Hey y'all. It's me. Okay, so I never finished the embarrassing moments. I mean, the funniest moments, uh, video, but I'm gonna work on that later because I was kind of starting to talk about this kid that used to come by and annoy the hell out of me. Okay, and how mean I was. Okay, but right now I have to vent. I had something happen to me yesterday while I was at work, and it really started a while back. It started like 2 weeks ago. One of my coworkers almost got into a physical confrontation with some customers. They came in and they apparently stood in line for like 10 minutes. They were mad because he was too, in depth with the customers that he had. He was, signing them up for a program, and then they wanted to cancel, so he had to go through and cancel everything, and it took a minute. So it happens when people are indecisive; they don't know what they want to do. And anyway, well, I had already closed my till because it was time to close the store. So I'm getting ready to close the store. I'm cleaning up. I'm trying to do the last minute nightly things. These people apparently were standing there and were mad. Well, this one lady, I'm going to start this off by saying I'm obviously white. My coworker's white. And these customers that were with him at the moment, they were the difficult ones that were taking a long time, they were Hispanic. The people behind them were a black couple. Well, okay. So the lady comes up to me and she's like, well, can you come over here and help me out? And I was like, I'm sorry, is there something I can help you with? And she was like, yeah, can you check me out? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I already closed down my till for the night. I mean, we literally had like 5 minutes until we locked the doors and turned the open sign off. And we're policy is we're supposed to close our tills 30 minutes before. I'm supposed to close mine and any others 30 minutes or an hour before closing. Well, 30 minutes before I shut my till down, so I had just counted it down and was, doing nightly tasks. Well, so I'm doing that, and she's just frustrated or whatever. And I'm like trying to explain, and I'm walking, back up to the counter because I can tell she's gonna be a problem customer. And the guy I'm working with does not have the most patience. Well, I go over there, and as soon as he gets away from the till, I start ringing them up. Oh, because she also says, well, can you make him move and you finish what he's doing? I'm like, no, ma'am, he's in the middle of um, signing these people up, customers up for a program, and I said, and it takes a few minutes, and I can't do anything on his till until he's off of it. So I'm at the register or whatever, and she was like, well, can you check us out? So I was like, okay, that's fine. I said, but I still have to wait till he's done. So when he got off of his till and he was talking to the customers behind me, I noticed he was kind of taking a long time, like drawing it out, making it longer. I was like, oh shit, let me hurry up and get these people out of here. So I start ringing them up, and when I'm asking them, about their purchases, because you have two options when you do it. I'm asking them about it and whatever, and all of a sudden, the guy, the woman's the one answering the questions. The guy, the husband, all of a sudden he's like, if we, if we're standing there and I'm knocking on the thing and I'm trying to get your attention, the least you could do is say, I'll be right with you. So Clayton, the guy I'm working with, is like, well, I thought that was kind of implied when you're standing in line and there's someone in front of you that I will be with you as soon as I'm done with the person in front of you. First mistake. He should have never said that, even though that's what we're thinking. Like, hello, you dumbass, you're standing in line. That's what happens when you're in line. There's, that's how we keep order, and there's no chaos in the stores. You get in a line, and when we get to you, we'll get to you. He should have never said that. Like, yeah, you think it, but you don't say it. Well, all of a sudden, the guy just starts going off. And you, like, ring the alarm. It's full force. He's going off. So, I'm like, great. So, I'm asking, about these options, and nobody's answering me. Everybody's ignoring me. I'm like, okay, I know I'm small, but hello. Let's pay attention. Let's focus so you can get out of here and go. So, anyway, uh, they start going off. He's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You were ignoring us on purpose, blah, 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 blah. And then Clayton's like, no, I had tunnel vision. I was paying attention to people that I had. I'm sorry if I didn't notice you, this, that, and the other. And then he's like, no, 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 you ignored us on purpose. If we would have been a white couple, you would have been all over. So, I'm sorry, sir, I'll be right with you. Now, when he said that, oh, hell no. Because if you know anything about me, you know that there's not a racist bone in my body, especially towards black people, of all freaking people. Like, ugh, if you know me, you know what I mean. I'm not like one of those white people that goes, oh, well, I have a black friend or whatever, and like, I can count all my black friends on my hands. And like, no, I'm not like that at all. I'm not one of those people that, pulls that, I'll have a black friend and pulls the card or whatever. I'm just so frustrated. Anyway, so he says that, and I'm just like, oh, and I say that out loud. I don't care at this point if he hears me because these people are acting an ass and they don't care about being classy and handling things the way that they're supposed to, so why should I? So he starts battling out with Clayton. Clayton leans on the counter and he's like right here. The dude's in his face, like right here. And here's the level of the counter. He's leaning up to the level where the countertop stops. So he's right there. There's like a straight line of Clayton. And he's not leaning over, but he's right on the counter. The other guy's leaning over the counter in Clayton's face. So he's like, man, come on, come on. But trying to provoke Clayton to hit him, Clayton's not going to. He stood there saying, I'm not moving, blah, 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 because the guy kept telling him, you just need to move, you just need to leave, you need to leave. Clayton's like, I'm not leaving. So the dude's like, I should kick your ass and blah, blah, and he's saying all this shit. So at this point, I'm like, okay, did you, want 1 day or 5 days on this? Finally, I get an answer. I help them out. I'm like, okay, well, have a good night. Like, I'm just trying to get them the hell out of there. Clayton's still running his head. They're not listening. Clayton starts saying this shit about whatever. He's upset. He's like, I'm not racist, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I hope that was not the wife looked at me and was like, yeah, he shouldn't be talking like that. I said, well, I hope that was not a generalized statement. You saying, about if y'all saying if y'all were a white couple, blah, 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 because that's not even cool. I have black babies in my family. I have black nieces. It's not cool for you to sit there and say, by looking at someone that if you were this or if you were that, then, you would have been treated differently because that's not, at work, that's not how I am. You know, I don't, I don't treat people differently based on their color. I might be a smartass to you a little bit if you're ignorant, which those people definitely were, but they were too, their temper was up there. It wasn't something that I could have, bounced a little sarcasm off of them being a smartass. It was those people were out of the water with the tempers, and it was just one of those things that you just can't go there. You can't fight fire with fire. So whatever. Anyway, they left, and there was a big, Clayton was going off, and he was very upset about it. So that was interesting, whatever. Well, they came in again last night, and the lady came in. She said she wasn't bringing her husband in anymore. He wasn't allowed to come in because of his attitude was too much. She apologized, said, I'm sorry that he was cussing it, y'all, and all this, but he had had some, a little too much to drink, blah, blah, blah. He's usually the teddy bear, and I'm usually the one who's acting a fool. So I was like, great, if your husband's trying to fight my coworker based on, a sale, a purchase while you're waiting in a store, then I couldn't wait to see how, what feisty meant to her. Like, bitch, ooh. Anyways, so she's like sitting there talking, and she's like, I know I shouldn't have said that, blah blah blah, because I brought it up again that that was a stupid thing for them to say, and her to blah 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 go on with it. It was stupid to say. It's a very ignorant thing to say. You shouldn't tell someone, oh, it's because I'm this color or that color. She said, don't get me wrong. I don't like white people. I don't like Mexican people, and I don't like black people. And at that point, I was just like, okay. I said, it's not a white or a black or a Mexican thing. It's an ignorance thing. And really, that's what it is. And she's like, no, every once in a while you have to pull that out. And she's like, you got to pull that out, and for people to get your point. And then I was just like, is she really saying because she has no intelligent words inside to say that she has to pull the black card, the race card, and because she has nothing more intelligent to pull from within. Like, she has nothing else to say. It's like, oh, hell no, it's because I'm black. And that's it? Like, that's all you got? Come on now. Like, be intelligent, people.